YouTube, what's going on? Flatbed Shy here checking in down here in some part of Florida I've never heard of at a drywall place dropping off some rolls of paper. But anyway, so my best friend, he's one of the main reasons I started driving trucks. So he enjoyed tanker a lot, and I liked the flatbed. So it came a time in which he started driving flatbed, and he would come and tell me, "Man, Shy, man, this is hard. Like, I can't tighten down all these straps. I don't like all this tarping." So I have another buddy of mine that has talked with some people, and they under the same impression that doing flatbed is hard work. That is the furthest thing from the truth, because the definition to me of hard is something that is very difficult to do and takes a lot of practice to get it done. Doing flatbed is not hard work. It gets frustrating at times, just like any other driving job. It just requires a little physical maneuvering. So the main thing that gets me is a lot of guys talk about, well, man, I don't want to tarp a load. Tarping a load is not hard. It's just like a person that just say they may slide the tandem up on a trailer or something. Everything is a mindset. It's not hard tarping a load once you get a routine down, which is the same thing that happens on somebody's job. Once you get a routine down, you get it done. You just do it like that. It's not hard work. It's just exercise. So to me, it's not any harder than somebody walking in the Flying J, walking in the Petro, or whatever it is. I've seen guys that are upwards of 50, 60 years old, and so for somebody like my best friend who's in his 20s just like me to tell me it's hard work, it just tells me your mindset is not on it. Because again, it's not difficult work. You just have to have a certain mindset, and you need to have a mindset to drive trucks anyway. So again, like I said, it's not hard work. It's not hard. You get paid for what you do. That's the old saying that I've always heard, is that no one is gonna pay you for what you don't do. So flatbed typically makes more money than some other divisions of trucking because you're required to do a little bit more work. So that's just common sense. So, a lot of guys want to make money, and it's more, as I drive down the road, I see more more refrigerated trailers than I do see flatbed. So that either tells me it's not enough flatbed companies, or it's not enough individuals that are interested in it, because they may want to do something that's smoother and not as physically demanding, which is no problem with me. It's cool. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. But I mean, it's some advantages to it. Like I said, you got a built-in workout. You don't have all these funny appointment times. Like I had a buddy of mine say they had like an appointment time at like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. No. Flatbed, for the most part, we deal with individuals that open at 7 and may close at 5. So those are your hours. Not 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's not much night driving involved, because I know a lot of guys say they don't like night driving, but me in particular, I like night driving because you can get in and out of any major cities, no problem. You ain't got to deal with the rush hour traffic because nobody's out. But again, it has its perks. And seeing a tarp load, especially if you do it, the way you need to do it, man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And so, like I said, it's not hard work. It's not something that anybody should be intimidated by. It's just a mindset. Just like trucking, it's a mindset. So if you get in the mindset that you want to do it, it can be achieved. So, but of course, it does have its downsides. In the wintertime, you gotta get out there. A lot of places might not have a heated building, so you gotta get out there. Your tarps are frozen. I've had frozen tarps because I got the truck washed, had to get on top of the load. Tarp stiff as a board. I've had instances where the straps have been frozen in the winches. You just gotta improvise to get it out. But it just lasts a short period of time. You get it out there, wind it back up, and you get back in the truck. Snow, there's nothing. There's nothing to it. So if anybody was thinking about doing flatbed and had any second thoughts because you think that the work is hard, it's not hard. Every single load that you get, there's a specific formula. I don't do any specialized. I don't do any heavy haul. So the majority of my loads are pretty much the same. Either it's lumber, coils, or sheetrock. So there's nothing to it. Everything has a formula. So many straps, so many feet, so many chains on so many loads. So many chains on how much, depending on how much this certain object that you're carrying weighs. So it's again, for the last time, it's not hard work. So come over here, get some of this flatbed action, make you a little bit more money. Unless you just like to drop and hook, to each his own, but ain't no wrong with flatbed. It's not hard work. Whatever somebody told you about it being hard, it's not. 50, 60-year-old guys out here doing it. So it's not too hard. It's just a mindset. Flatbed Shop, signing out.